So we're going to be swapping this engine motor mount out, engine mount. Put one here, one there, so now the engine's supported. It's going down, will it automatically fall into place. This side comes out like that. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Today I got Audi A4 in here with an engine mount issue. You can see it's leaking, so we're going to be swapping this engine motor mount out, engine mount on this longitudinal engine. So with the Audi A4s, 5s, 6, Audi A7 and the Audi A8, they got this sort of system from 2013 anyway. So basically they got a cover over it. The engine mount sits in between this cover. It goes through here, through the subframe. This engine mount long bolt goes into the dog mount that supports the engine on both sides. There's one for each side. This is also on the Q5 as well and the Q7. Longitudinal engines that go backwards like that, they're always going to have the mount and then the engine motor mount going through it onto the dog mount. This is mostly with Audis. VW Passats used to have it, but then they went to the transverse engine. Golf engines are on the Audi A3 engines, but I think the VW Phaeton's probably got it. It's a very common issue with Audi engines, these engine motor mounts. So how you know your engine mount has gone, I could see clearly it's leaking, so that's a sign it's gone. And before that, you'd get an annoying squeak if you checked all your other suspension parts and everything and it's not squeaking. It's going to be most likely this problem here. On Audi vehicles from 2013 onwards, they seem to have these plastic oil sumps. So now, before with the B8s or the B7s, the metal, we could raise it by putting a block of wood on here and raising it up, but you can't do that because with this plastic it's definitely going to break. So you're going to need this tool here. You're definitely going to need something like that to raise the engine upwards and support it so it doesn't drop back on you. But I'm not going to be using that, guys. I'm going to be using my tool, the Bumblebee, just to raise it. Before I support the engine, what I'm going to do, gearbox line, if you've got an automatic gearbox, so there's a T30 where my finger is up here, not T30, a 10mm. So this 10mm, just take it off, so when you lift this engine upwards, it doesn't knacker the seal in there and that starts leaking. Also, I'm going to be taking down this anti-roll bar. There's two 13mm on this side and two on this side. So when you go to raise it up, it's not pulling, so you get a bit more clearance. Let that just hang down like that. So just remove that, the gearbox line. If you've got a manual, you don't really need to do this, but the anti-roll bar is good just to let it lay there because it's going to be going up and you don't want to be taking up the wheels with it. So if you just take this up, raise the engine as much as you like, not so much, but just enough to get this cover out and the engine mount as well. So next we're going to do is take off the wheels. I've already taken off the arch liner, guys. You can get away without doing it, but it keeps getting in your way. This bolt here, you've got to take out this bolt, that bolt there, and the motor mount one in the middle at the back there. What you're going to need for this job is a 16mm with a shorter extension. Then you're going to need a M14 triple square, if you want to call it that, with the extension so it goes in there. So they're the tools to remove it, and at the bottom I'll show you guys what you need. But before you do anything, best to take your time securing the engine at the top for safety, and it makes the job easier as well. So take a bit of time just doing that now. You definitely need an engine gearbox support to rise the engine. You need to rise it for about, say, 10 to 30 mil. Well, what I'm using is my tool here. I've got it, I could lower it, raise it and lower it with that. And what I've crisscrossed it, put one here, one there. So now the engine's supported. So if you watch this, if I want to take it down, it's going down. But I'm just gonna keep it supported for now. So once I take out that mount, it doesn't drop back on me. You could use that support, gearbox support, or you could use an engine crane as well, just to hold it up. So that's that. Check all of this is all good. And now I'm going to get underneath. The thing you need to do is loosen this M14, the center bolt. $14mm. If you got a gun, you could just gun these two 16mm out. Them bolts are out now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to raise the engine, lift it upwards a little, slightly. I'll get a bit more clearance, not too much, just slightly, and I'll go underneath here. Firstly, I'm going to remove this sensor wire, pull it out, and then just disconnect it. What I'm going to do then is with these M10s, I'm going to get these out. You'll see that cover comes down. So what we're going to do is just lift this out. There should be enough clearance. And that should come straight out. You may need to lift the engine a bit more. It's got stuck in between the bone. So what I'm going to do, I need to raise up the engine, tilt it and slide it till I can get that free. This side comes out like that. Now if you can see that leak. So we get our new one. It's only going that way. So got these two in here now. You have to fight with it a little to line it up. We get our cover. Shoot these wires over the top of it. Just hand tighten these 16s. It goes through that casing there and comes out the other side. You can tighten these down to about 9 Newton meters. this sensor back in. Once you've done all of that, you just lower your engine. Once you've lowered your engine, you would see that this hole will come and line up with the hole. Get it in there. As much as it goes with your hands. And now you can torque it down. The center one here is 90 Newton meters plus another 90 degrees, and these two are 55. That's been taught. The center one's been done, and two at the bottom being done. All the sensors are done. All of this side's been done now. Now we're going to do the other side. I'm just going to go back and put on this anti-roll bar and this line here. So guys, I just want to show you a few little things, a few quick little tips here guys. So we swapped out this engine mount here, and then you get this cover that goes underneath on the underside, and it goes in through there. This part here stays, obviously that's the burn that goes onto the engine. Once you put this in, just try to get it into place here and put the 16mm bolts through here and try to go catch it onto that for both sides. Once you get that in, you'll see everything else will fall into place. So when you lower the engine back down, this middle bolt here will automatically fall into place. So just get these two bolts lined up with this useless cover and the job will go good. Thank you guys for watching my YouTube video on how to replace the engine mounts, the motor mounts on these Audis. I'm just going to have to put on the arch liners and the anti-roll bar link on my Gearbox link, and I'm going to take it out for a drive and hopefully that squeak's gone. Guys, give me a thumbs up for that one, for my effort. Please like and subscribe, and see you again.